Hi friends, this is Mrs. Tronto here in my living room with some mindful movement and activities for you today. To get ready, you may use or may need a pillow to sit on. So I'm going to model that here, just kind of boosting you up a little. It's a little more comfortable to sit on the floor. You don't need a mat. I put a blanket down, but you don't even need to put a blanket down. You can just sit right on your floor. One of your favorite stuffed animals. I got my moose here with me today. And maybe a blanket to cover up with later. So this is my blankie from when I was really little. It's really special to me. My mom made it for me. And have you ever noticed that when you hold something that maybe your mom or grandma or someone in your family made for you, it just gives you this nice, calm feeling. So I bet a lot of you have a blankie or a stuffed animal that would just make you feel nice and calm today. So maybe have one of those things nearby. And then I have a water bottle. If you don't have a water bottle, that's okay. Maybe you have a glass of water nearby, or you can always pause this video to get a drink of water when you get thirsty. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So before we start our mindful movement, I just want you to find a comfortable seat. So again, that could be on your pillow. This isn't a super comfortable position for everyone, so if you want to sit in a more comfortable way, like on your knees, or even if you want to lay down, lots of friends like to lay down and just feel nice and relaxed. Wherever the best position for you is today, go ahead and find it. So I'm gonna sit up back on my pillow here, crisscross applesauce. I'm just gonna rest my hands and maybe close my eyes, so I'm not really distracted by anything else or anyone else. And when I close my eyes, I just slowly start paying attention to the things that are happening around me. So maybe just noticing what my breath is doing. And then maybe inhaling a little deeper and exhaling a little deeper. Inhaling and exhaling. And maybe even putting my hands on my belly and noticing how my belly goes out when I inhale and in when I exhale. And noticing as I breathe slowly how that relaxes my vagus nerve, telling my brain it's okay. You can calm down. Maybe after a little while, starting to listen to things around the house. So maybe listening to see if you can hear the dryer. Maybe the dishwasher is running. Maybe someone is walking around. Maybe you can hear the birds outside chirping. Think about all of those sounds that could be really far away. And then think about the sounds that you can hear really close to you, like your breath, or maybe your heartbeat. Maybe you can listen so closely and carefully you can hear your heartbeat. And the last thing I want you to focus on is just noticing how you're sitting. Maybe move a little to the left and right, forward and back. Notice how you're sitting. All right, so now that we've got kind of focused and calm for today, I am going to read you a book called It's Spring. And I know it's showing up a little backwards on the camera here. But I'm still going to read it to you. And as I read each page, I want you to picture some movements you might do with that page, and then we'll do them together. So It's Spring by Linda Glazer. Cut paper illustration by Susan Swan. I run outside in thin pants and short sleeves. No thick, heavy winter coat bundled around me. I skip and leap and feel light and free. Fresh air rushes all over me. So this is this little boy. So why don't we do that? So let's stand up. Let's see if I can get the camera angle here. Oh, yep. Okay. Let's stand up and we're going to run in place. How fast can you run? And then there's no thick winter coat on me. And then we're going to skip around. Maybe you have a blanket or something on the floor. Skip one more time. And then you leap, leap, and the fresh air rushes all over me, and just open your arms to the fresh air. Maybe even spinning one way and the other way, getting some nice fresh air. Whew. And today's a really nice day. It's looking like it's going to maybe get up to 60, so you could do this outside too. Get some nice fresh air. Now let's see what they do next in our book. Creeks and streams are starting to flow. We hear the trickle of melting ice and snow. Then one day, pitter-patter, splitter-splatter, rain pours down. Creeks and streams rush and gush again. Look at those creeks and streams. So I wonder how you would be a creek or a stream. I might lay down on the floor to be a creek or a stream. And you know, when I think of water, I think of movement. So maybe you can move your legs and your arms. You can be water. You could be a waterfall. This is a good place to catch your breath after all of that running. And then it said it starts to rain. So let's make a little rainstorm. So first, we're just going to have some wind from the rainstorm. And then just pitter-patters. Maybe a little faster pitter-patter. Maybe some really loud rain. And then you could get your feet involved. And then slowly stop the rain. All right. I dip my boot in a puddle just to see how deep it is. Swish, swish. Watch this. Kerplash, kersplash, it's spring. That looks like a lot of fun. So let's stand up and pretend we're putting our boots in a puddle. So let's stand up. Maybe you splash in one, splash in the other, splash in one, splash in the other. You could even jump a little. Ooh, maybe get your arms up there like you're splashing. Kersplash, kersplash. Looks like her dog in this picture is getting involved too. Maybe you could be like that dog. If you were that dog, maybe you would get on your hands and knees like this and then walk your hands forward and look like you're a playing dog. Maybe wag your tail. Maybe look one side and go bark, bark, bark. And the other side, right? That dog looks like it's having a lot of fun with her. We find pointy leaf buds on bushes and trees. I peel one open and see the tiny beginnings of fresh new leaves. I find some pussy willows. They look soft and sleek. I rub one gently against my cheek. What could we be here? Well, I'm thinking that we could be tiny seeds. So let's curl up into a ball here. And then slowly start to sprout. We're sprouting into maybe a flower. I wonder what kind of flower or leaf you would be. And maybe come and touch your toes. And then come on up and sprout. And then they were saying that they're going to take their soft and sleek new leaves and rub them against their cheek. So let's try to bend over and see if we can touch our knee to our cheek. If you need to bend your knee a little, that's okay. Maybe you can touch your soft pants. I bet they're really soft if they're pajama pants, which I bet a lot of us are wearing. And then we'll go the other way. Soft, nice and soft. And we'll come up. The ground is growing soft and warm again. There's a clean, fresh smell in the air. We find tiny new green growing things everywhere. Animals that slept all winter are now waking up. Earthworms, frogs, turtles, snakes, beetles, ladybugs. That's a lot of animals. Okay, let's see if we can be all of those animals. So, what would an earthworm look like? Let's see. Well, I think an earthworm would just be laying on its tummy like this. Maybe get wiggly. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe pop up your head from the earth and come back down. Maybe pop up your head and your feet behind you. Maybe pop up your head and your feet and your arms. Be an earthworm. Now what about a frog? Well, maybe a frog would be kind of hoppy like this. Hop, hop, hop. And maybe you can be a frog that really hops up in the air like this. Boing. Maybe when you're hopping, you can even try to point your feet. Boing. Boing. Well, I guess frogs don't really go boing. They go ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Right? And some people even try to do a balancing frog. So they put their hands in front of them and they lean forward and they try to pick up one foot and then the other foot. Maybe you can try it too. From here, let's slowly move our feet forward and sit on the floor. But we're going to keep our feet just like this. Take our hands, put them to each side, bring our feet together, and then curl on down so you're a turtle. Look, so here's my shell. Here's my little arms. I wonder what turtles sound like. Have you ever heard a turtle before? I don't think I have. Maybe you can let me know what a turtle sounds like. Or let's reach up and just stretch forward. The next animal they talked about were snakes. I feel like a snake is kind of like an earthworm, but we can come back onto our tummies again. Maybe you have a different version of a snake that you want to do. So I'm going to come up all the way this time and push with my arms. And then go like a cobra. And then come back down. And then push back up. And then come back down. Next, they talked about a beetle and a ladybug. I want to know what your beetles and ladybugs would look like. Can you show me what your beetle or ladybug would look like? I bet you're coming up with some interesting ideas. Let's go to the next page. One day we spot a robin. Then soon we see red-winged blackbirds and a bright goldfinch. Early in the morning, we hear the birds sing. They cheep and warble and trill. It's spring! And you know what? When I've been going for my walks, I've been seeing a lot of robins. So, you know, whenever I think of birds, I think of some wings. But maybe if we stand up, we can be a better bird. So here's a bird. If we sit down, pretend to sit down, like I'm pretending to sit down on the chair behind me, and we pick up one foot and we cross over, and then we cross our arms, maybe give ourselves a little hug. We're in eagle. See how long you can balance here. And if you tip over something, you can always put your foot back down and try again. And then bring it up. Let's switch to the other side. Oops. So we're going to hug ourselves on the other side and then bring our foot over. And let's try balancing here. And again, if you get wibbly wobbly, you can put your foot down. You can stand up and shake things out. It really helps to look at a point that you can really just look at and it's not moving. Let's try being another type of bird. Let's bend our knees, lift up our heels, put our wings out, and try tipping over. Oops! Not that far though, just drinking like a little birdie. This is what it looks like to the side. I bet we can be another type of bird too. Let's grow our wings out here and put a leg out and try to lift it up. And then we can lift up our other leg. It's okay if you're wobbly. That's why we're practicing. Let's do that again. Wow, you guys were good birds. I wonder what types of birds you were. Were you a robin? Were you a goldfinch? Were you maybe a red-winged blackbird? Or some other bird? Birds fly here and there with grass in their beaks. We watch them building nests in trees, getting ready for new families. Squirrels line their nests with sticks and dry leaves, and here in this hole are new baby bunnies. Ducks quack for their ducklings, and geese honk to their goslings, all soft and fuzzy, and out for a swim. Those are beautiful illustrations, aren't they? Day by day, I watch flower buds grow and swell. Soon they burst open into bright daffodils. So sunny and cheerful, they make my heart sing. It's spring! Maybe you have seen some of these bright flowers around your neighborhood or even in your own yard. Should we try to be a daffodil? I think daffodils are very pretty flowers, and they have a stalk, right? And then they blossom and bloom, and maybe you can raise a foot up here. Again, if you're wobbly, maybe just bring your foot down for a second and then bring it back up. And then let's be a daffodil on the other side. Maybe there's even another way to be a daffodil. Maybe we could, you could show me a way that you could be a flower or a daffodil. I wonder what you'll come up with. Ferns uncurl, leaves unfurl. Tree branches that were bare now have tiny green leaves. It's time to plant seeds, corn, cucumbers, beans, peas, and my very own sunflower seeds. I love seeing the sunflowers in the summer when they grow nice and big. That's something to look forward to. The days are getting longer. Now the sun sets after dinner. Outside we watch the sky turn slowly dark and count the stars as they come out. Then all the spring peepers and bullfrogs sing, "It's spring. The sun shines longer and the days grow warmer. One day I noticed that the trees are all covered with full-grown leaves. Soon it will be summer, but right now it's still spring. Maybe we can be some leaves, right? So maybe we can take our feet and bring them up here and then bring our fingers through, kind of be this flower with some leaves here. See if you can balance. Your feet and your hands can be little wiggly petals or leaves. And then we can bring the sun up here and then bring it to the side. I blow a dandelion seed fluff and watch it float away. Dragonflies dip and dart every which way. I leap in the air, there's new life bursting everywhere. Come out, smell the flowers, hear the birds sing. It's spring. So let's be a dragonfly. All right. Oop, here we go. Let's be a dragonfly on our tummies again. And then we'll lift everything up and buzz around like a dragonfly. Remember, your feet are up in the air. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And then let's smell the flowers. So we're gonna sit like this and then smell your flowers, which are kind of like your feet right now. They probably don't smell as good as a flower though. And then open up your flower and back here. Then lastly, before we end our story, let's bring our stuffed animals close. And just think about us blowing the dandelion fluff off of those dandelions and out into the world. So let's bring our dandelions up here and then blow off the dandelion fluff. And then take a deep inhale and blow off the dandelion fluff. And one more. You know, inhaling and then pretending to blow off the dandelion fluff is really a good way to calm down your body. But before we go, I have one more way you can calm down your body. Let's go ahead and lay on the floor. And this would be a great time, if you want to get your blankie, maybe put it on you, maybe get your pillow, get kind of comfy. You can bend your knees if you want, or you can just lay them out, depending on how it's comfortable for you. And let's put our stuffed animals right on our bellies. Our stuffed animals today are going to help us with some belly breathing. So either go ahead and close your eyes or just find this soft gaze so you're really just focusing on your own breath. And remember, breathing deeply helps you relax and feel calm and safe. So we're going to breathe in and see how far we can get our stuffed animal to go up, and then breathe out and see how far we can make it go down. So I'm going to try not touching my moose here, but I need to touch him a little so he doesn't fall off because he's a little wibbly wobbly. And let's do a few breaths. We'll just breathe in and out together and see how far we can make our stuffed animals go up and down. Here we go. You can go ahead and continue to do this as many times as you want or need, and then you can just either lay here with your stuffed animal, or if it's more comfortable, turn to your side and just take a few relaxing moments for yourself. I know that it's been a little difficult. You've probably been with a lot of people that you haven't seen in quite a while, and it might be hard to get some of your own personal time. So this is a great time to just spend in your own little area by yourself. And think of this time as a gift that you can spend just relaxing and having some of your own quiet time. I'm so happy that you chose to practice with me today and to have a little fun on this Friday. And I wish you all the best, and hopefully I get to see you soon. Take care.